Welcome to our channel PK Transcripts Guide. Total English ICSE Class 10 Test Paper 13. Here I am giving a solution for the Test Paper 13 because many of our students has demanded for it. Here is the assignment. Fill the blanks with the correct tenses of the verb given in brackets. Before we start, I will be mentioning the rules through which you will be solving these exercises quite easily. Now let's see. Here are the rules and tricks for the conditional sentences. Rule number 1. In the if clause, simple present tense is used. Then in the main clause, you have to use future indefinite, that is will plus verb. If she finishes her work, that is in the present tense, she will go home. Okay, quite clear? Now, the rule number 2. In the if clause, simple past tense is used. Then you have to use would plus V1, could plus V1 or should plus V1 according to the need of the sentence. Example, if I was stronger. Simple past tense is used here. Then you have to use would plus V1, I would run faster. If he was available, he could help us. Here could is used because it shows the ability to help. Now rule number 3. Here in the if clause, past perfect tense is used. Then in the main clause, you have to use would plus have plus third form of verb or could plus have plus third form of verb. Example, if I had repaired my car earlier, I could have driven you to Mumbai. It shows the ability, so the could is used here. So using these rules, you will be solving these exercises quite easily. Here the assignment 1. Answer 1. Finishes, will go. Second, turns. Third, would have got. Fourth, do not like. Fifth, knew. Sixth, would have succeeded. Seventh, would not eat. Eighth, would not have bought. 9, see. 10th, had known. 11th, pay. Will not work. 12th, would buy. 13th, would have come. 14th, would be. And the last one, could have driven. Okay. Now the assignment 2. First, after your schooling, you went to join a junior college in another city. Describe your thoughts and feelings on leaving your home and school. Second, state with relevant incident how the reading habit has made you a better human being. So let us discuss. First, a grown-up baby bird has to leave its nest for its own survival. In a similar way, just after completing my schooling, I had to leave my hometown for my further studies in college. It appeared to be quite adventurous and interesting at the beginning, but practically it was quite a painful experience. Since in a new city you have to decide either in a hostel or in a separate room as rent, there will be no one behind you to take care of. You have to suppress the feeling of nostalgia of being separated from the family, and even there will be no one to share these feelings. If you have a sister, you will be missing her love and affection for a brother, and the way she used to irritate you. You'll be remembering your father's stern and strict behavior and his love hidden behind his scoldings and punishment. And the most difficult thing is to make and accommodate with new friends and forget the old ones. But slowly and gradually, I started loving this new environment, thinking that one day I will be with my family. Anyhow, one has to sacrifice something to achieve a goal in your life. Now, the topic 2. Reading habit has made you a better human being. The only thing you absolutely have to know is the location of the library, said by Albert Einstein. Here, one thing more, if you are knowing any type of code said by some great person, kindly mention it in your essay because it makes your content quite attractive and practical. Okay, library has a collection of books for different ages, such that the individual of any age can easily overcome their sadness and grief by reading books. This will help them to distract their mind from their daily life situations and can calm themselves from their stressful life. But a problem arises when someone, especially the students, start reading comics and books full of fun and comedy. Since it is devoid of any facts or knowledge and is quite addictive, it is completely a waste of time. But mostly, more you read, the more you understand and the more you will learn. So it's not only increases your understanding skill but also learning ability. This is like a boon for students. Their thinking ability is enhanced and facts they learn through books will build up their knowledge. Now the third assignment, here you have to summarize a passage in not more than 30 words. Okay, let's see what I have written. First one. Napoleon said, God is always behind those people who are determined Hard workers, capable, and believes only upon their efforts rather than their destiny to achieve success in their life. You may even count it will consist of 30 words. Second, viruses are like parasites which are unique to a type of host or its cells. They may act as killer of cells, stimulate viral growth, and even infects others silently. Now the test paper 13, question 1a. Write a story which justifies the theme. Sweet are the uses of adversity. B. Vegetarian food is good for health, for or against. C. Describe an important skill that a person should learn in order to lead a successful life. D. Narrate your experience of staying in a car on a cold winter night. And the fifth one is a picture based composition. Let us discuss each of them separately. Story on the theme Sweet are the uses of adversity. Sweets are the uses of adversity which, like toad, ugly, and venomous, wears yet a precious jewel in his head. Here, adverse conditions are the ugly faces which are horrible and painful, but there always lies a good fortune in your future if you realize the conditions and mistakes and learn from it. This was the introduction. Now let's see the story. It is a story of a hard-working boy who failed to achieve good marks in NEET UG. He just missed a good government college by 20 marks and he was not satisfied with BDS courses and low-rated government college. He was suffering from pain and depression. But as everyone says, time does not remain the same. It is unpredictable. If someone is failure now, he might achieve his goal in his future by determination and hard work. He just analyzed his mistake from his first attempt. He was prepared with his knowledge, but what lacked in him is self-confidence, which obviously comes from practice. He was a little bit impatient. This could be due to stress and harassment, and it might be all due to long distance traveling as his center was far away from his city. But as I said, he was so courageous. He again took a drop with determination. He believed in God and himself that the time will definitely change. He worked hard, keeping his mistakes in mind, and took admission in his dreams Ames College. His failure at the first trial was just like a opening a way to his dream college. The sweetness only comes from adversity. Now, the second topic, vegetarian food is good for health. It's quite a controversial topic, isn't it? Now, if you want to write in for this statement, the points are below. A strict balanced diet. Body needs a perfect proportion of vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients which are lacking in non-vegetarian ones. Since major vitamins, minerals are found only in plants, vegetarians have a more balanced diet. Second, lower risk of weight gain and heart attack. If a person vegetarian, its cholesterol level, blood pressure, and amount of fat present will be all normal, while non-vegetarian shows a risk for increment in weight due to intake of excess cholesterol. This may even lead to heart attack. Thus, generally, vegetarians are found to be more thin and healthier in compared to non-veg ones. Third, digestion. Fibers found in certain plant products plays a major role in stimulating intestine and preventing constipation. Ultimately, vegetarians have a more longer life. Now the cancer. Here the production of extra free radicals in our body, especially in non-vegetarian, increases the risk of cancer, while the presence of antioxidant in plant product destroy these radicals. Now if you want to write in against of this statement, the points are below. Some important amino acids are found in animal product, which our body cannot produce it by own. Presence of zinc, iron, and vitamin B12 in adequate amount decreases the risk of anemia. Non-veg act as a base supplement for protein-rich diet in case of any deficiency. Moreover, to be vegetarian and non-vegetarian, it is completely dependent on personal metabolism, tolerance, and intolerance towards certain food items. Now the third topic, important skill a person should learn in order to lead a successful life. Here you have to describe your one most important skill which you think that is necessary for leading a successful life. Here according to me, it should be your skill of learning anything. Just remember one thing, once you stop learning, you start dying, said by Albert Einstein. Learning is a continuous process lying between your birth and death. You learn from anything like nature, your competitors, your parents, teachers, and even from your mistakes. You should be curious to learn anything, learn from your adverse conditions, and work for your brighter future. Here you may even mention some other type of skills like compassion, kindness toward other, communication skills, but here the skill of learning is the most suitable one. The fourth topic of the composition, your experience of staying in your car on a cold winter night. I still remember the day when I had to do late night work in my office. All my colleagues were already gone. Anyhow, I worked for a long time till about 9 pm. It has been already late to go now. But my family was eagerly waiting for me since tomorrow was my birthday and my family wanted to celebrate it just at midnight 12 am. Dash. I moved from the office to my home. That was my first mistake. The cold wind was blowing with a little noise. I was a little bit worried since the complete atmosphere was scary and horrible. I decided to accelerate the car, but who knows, this would be my second mistake. The next moment, my car got crashed and got stuck with a heavy rock. Now, I had no option. Now, I had no option other than to remain in the car for the whole night. Temperature was really unbearable. My body started shivering as a reflex. Even the heater also stopped after some time. Now I tried to sleep, but I couldn't, and due to network error, I could not able to make any call to my home for any help. I could not do anything at that time other than to wish the God for the best. Anyhow, I struggled the whole night, and now at 4 am it seemed to me that God has sent his messenger for help. I saw few traffic on the road. Traffic. You must have got a particular idea that how you will be starting this story, what will be the complete scenario, and how you will be concluding it. Okay.
Now, the picture-based composition, study the picture given below and write a description on it. Okay. Now, this picture can easily give you an idea that it is something talking about education. Or you may write something about need for education for all since students from all the religions are involved here. Co-education because girls and boys are treated equally. Just write a description on any one of them. Education and knowledge is that internal power of being which can't be stolen. It's just like a soul of your body which when separated becomes a dead body. Just elongate and add some more point. Okay.
Now the letter writing. Here, the first one is a kind of informal letter where you're writing a letter to your grandmother who has once asked about your welfare during the COVID-19 pandemic and you're writing a reply to her letter. And second one is that a local newspaper suggests that a student of your age group think only of themselves and care little for the right and the need of others. Write a letter to the editor replying to this criticism. Okay. Here you have to write your address, then date, dear grandmother, then the body of the letter. Let's see. I really hope that this letter find you happy and in your healthy state. I got your previous letter and I am literally very happy since I was missing you a lot. Dear grandmother, as you know, due to lockdown in our state, schools are remain closed for months. I feel myself quite alone in my hostel room since we have to follow all such COVID protocols. Moreover, each student has been provided a separate room for further safety. By the way, the hostel management are really very up to the mark. All the precautions are being followed here since all staff workers have to undergo thermal screening process before they get into our hostel. Even the stocks for medicines, oxygen and other necessary equipments are being ensured here. Anyway, I am completely fine and safe and even online education is also going quite smoothly. Moreover, I am getting some more time to study in this lockdown period. This COVID teaches us that cleanliness matters a lot in our life and prevention is always better than cure.
I wish that you too are following these protocols. Love your mom, dad, and grandma. Your loving grandson. Your name. Okay. See the next.
Now, the second letter, here you have to explain and convince the editor of the newspaper that not to spread the rumors regarding the youngsters, that we the youngsters are selfish and do not think for others, because still a large section of our youngsters of our age are thinking for others, they are responsible in the society. I have already explained you about the format in our previous video. First write your address, date, the receiver's address. Now dear sir, remove the subject word and write the complete subject as a statement. Here it is written reply to a criticism shown in the newspaper. Okay, I am writing you this letter to bring to your notice about the article dated, write any particular date, regarding the selfish attitude of our generation. Said most of the people agree that we youngsters are selfish and don't think for others, their need and rights. But still a large number of youngsters, including me, are responsible and think not only for ourselves but for others as well. Either in drama or play, street rally, or in blood donation camp, we youngsters play a major role in it. We are misunderstood as careless and selfish. But what it seems others is not always the truth. We only lack proper guidance and support by some elders in our society. So, I, on the behalf of other youngsters of my society, respectfully opposes your thoughts and critics regarding us. Please, sir, we must be given a chance to prove ourselves. Okay, quite simple. Now, thanking you, your faithfully, sincerely, your name. Now, the question 3A. Notice your school is organizing a workshop on developing logic for building programming skill for the student of class 9 and 10. Now you are the head of the computer club of your school and you are asked to draft a notice for the interested student and asking to submit their names. Now the second one is the email. You have to write an email to the principal of the neighboring school requesting him to send their student in our workshop. Now notice here is the heading, Hey the Programmers. Workshop for building programming skill. Now if in the question date time venue are mentioned, then write that. If it's not mentioned, write any particular date time venue according to your wish. Okay. Interested students from class 9 and 10 are requested to submit their names at the latest by a particular date to the related in charge or the respective in charge. Okay. Or the email to principalxavier@gmail.com. Subject seeking your school participation in our workshop, or you may even write requesting to see your students in our workshop. Dear sir, madam, here if you guys have noticed that you have to just elongate or frame the statement of date, time, venue of your notice and write it down in the body of this email. Okay, our school, the name of your school, is organizing a workshop on developing logic for programming from 16 August to 28 August in our school auditorium. The workshop will commence from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. for the students of class 9 and 10. You are heartily requested to allow your student to participate in the same. Thanking you, your faithfully Kabir. What's your name? Head of Computer Club and in the name of your school. Now, the question 4. A. Give the meaning. First, entitled. Responsible for something. Here, Martin Trevor has the right to do something. Second, conferred. To discuss something with others. Third, extremity. In the absence of Martin Trevor, unknowingly. B. Answer the following question. Question number 1. What was the ambition of Martin Trevor for his son? How did it differ from the ambition of his son? Answer. Martin Trevor wanted that his son would go to school and to enter the civil service rather than to become a pilot. But his son Jim wanted to follow his father's profession. Question 2. How did Jim show interest in being a sailor? Answer. Jim always used to enter a discussion between tugboat captains and always tried to learn how the machines worked from the mates of steam gauges. He drove from one ship to another and listened carefully to the discussion of pilots. That Jim was interested in being a sailor. Question third. What was the main obstacle for Jim in being a sailor? Answer. The main obstacle for Jim in being a sailor was that he was not having the license, he was not qualified, even his father would not be allowing him for it. Question 4. How did Eraser help Jim to sail a ship? What did the farmer pay the later? Eraser asked Jim to sail a ship although he was not qualified for it. His father and even the port authorities would punish him if they learned about it. And for this act, Eraser will pay Jim 120 rupees. Question 5. What was McEwan's contribution in making Jim a good pilot even before he was qualified? McEwan offered Trevor that he would be guiding Jim as he knows he has the capability to become a good pilot even before he was qualified. Okay, now C. Now the C. State the effort paid by Jim to become a pilot in not more than 50 words. Jim was interested in being a pilot. He used to join the discussion of tugboat captains and also used to learn from the mates of big steam dredgers that how the machinery worked. He would row from one boat to another and also listen respectfully to the discussions of the pilots. Okay. Now the question 5. Fill in each of the numbered blank with the correct form of word given in brackets. 0 is already mentioned. First one is produces. Second, celebration. Third, was approved. Now the next page. Let us discuss once again. Question 5. 0 is already mentioned. Good. 1 produces. Second answer celebration. Third was approved, 4th drawing, 5th found, 6th tasted, 7th thought, 8th will notice. Now the B preposition type question, answer 1 will be up to, second with, third to, and the fourth one amongst. Have a look on our next question. Now the fourth was amongst, fifth from, sixth into, seven to, and last one down. Now C. Join the following sentences to make one complete sentence without using and, but, or so. Answer 1. He earns a lot making posters. Second. My brother fell asleep while studying for the test. Third. Mona made a careless error in calculation. Fourth. The room is large enough to accommodate all of us. These are easy. No. Now the last section of our grammar. Rewrite the following sentences according to the instruction given after each. Make changes that are necessary but do not change the meaning of the sentence. Okay, let us solve. The answer 1. Everyone will accept that your friend did his best. Second, she has drawn a beautiful scenery. Third, as soon as he reached his office, he called his wife. Fourth, more I see of him, the less I like him. Fifth, there was a collision between a bus and a car. Sixth, you didn't forget your admit card. Seventh, Hindi is the most widely spoken Indian language. And eighth, never could he have imagined that he would become famous. Now it's now complete. We have completed this test paper 13. Now we will be continuing with the remaining chapter. Did you like our video? Don't forget to share and subscribe. And also stay tuned with us for our next upload. Bye bye.